Yesterday I was sitting in Trident Lounge at Narimanpet with a USA client of mine. He was watching this whole day, these rape cases. And he told me that like this is as brutal as the killings of the school children.
Absolutely.
He told me. I was shocked.
Shweta Parulekar.
Since you brought the topic of the killing of school children, I'd like to bring about a point here that how political will can change certain things. That is, the entire US was, there was uproar of this, whether private licenses should be there, whether arms should be there, etc. There was a very nice suggestion which came from Australia to US regarding this, that if you surrender the arms, that will bring down the rate of killing of people, and which they did. They exercised this. The huge amount of arms were collected.
True.
And
Yesterday.
You know, where there is a will, there is a way.
So political will can bring about this change, and if there is a political will here in our country which brings about this change in terms of law, in terms of
60 years there is no political will at all. No one wants to improve India. No one. No. Only the people, the citizens can improve.
The only point I am making here is that we are not being able to become tough because our human rights lobbies, immediately sooner you talk about castration and death penalty, they are like, you know, we are back to the Stone Age. And the zero tolerance policy is very interesting, Anupam Kher. What they did in New York is this.
But isn't it?
Yes. Can I just say one thing? What is this policy? In this policy, persons on authority are forbidden from exercising discretion to fit circumstances subjectively. They are required to impose a predetermined punishment regardless of individual culpability, regardless of extenuating circumstances, regardless of history. This predetermined punishment as a rule is always carried out. And the rape rate fell by 60%. I don't know why this is so difficult. Even human rights lobbies object,
I think Arnav.
Yes, Justice Mudgal.
I think Arnav, we can do this. Yes, I agree with you that this zero tolerance should be shown, you know, and the police must be very strict. Lady constable should be involved in interrogation, and they are involved in most of the cases. But more important, the trial must conclude very fast.
Yes.
And the police must complete forensic investigation within a very short time.
One second.
Secondly, where it is because of public negligence.
Sudha Ramalingam, let Justice Mudgal complete the
negligence.
Forensic Science Department should actually be equipped with proper...
Can I finish?
Let him finish.
Can I please finish?
Miss Ramalingam.
Anything we send to the Forensic Science Department, it takes ages for its
Miss Ramalingam, please. Let Justice Mudgal complete. I'll come straight to you after that. Yes, Justice Mudgal.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
In fact, if she had not interrupted, I was going to support her on the plea of compensation if it is because of public neglect or lack of police supervision. Then handsome compensation, handsome is the wrong word, very heavy compensation should be awarded to the victim.
Sir, I'm sorry.
So that she can at least repair her life.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Justice Mudgal. Justice Mudgal, I'll have to disagree with you. There can be no compensation for a rape victim. Only severity of punishment to the accused.
I agree with you.
Only severe punishment to the accused is the only compensation possible. Vani Tripathi is coming in. Vani.
No, both are in addition to each other.
One very basic truth about policing in the city of Delhi I want to talk about.
Yes.
Eve teasing and molestation cases are not even reported. And as far as, I want to bring it to the notice of the Honorable Justice here, that he's talking about women cops. There is a large scarcity of women cops in the police stations of Delhi. Even if a woman has the courage to go and report a eve teasing or a molestation case, more often than not, it is not a woman officer who's addressing it, number one.
It is not considered.
And number two, even if she achieves, no, it's not. And when she reaches the police station, the police says, Arey, what are you talking about? This is just a eve teasing case. So what if somebody molested you? You want to go through this whole thing of a charge sheet being filed, a FIR being filed. You will be asked uncomfortable questions. And immediately she goes back, dejected, disappointed, and almost her head hanging in shame that she actually came to the police
Anupam Kher. Anupam Kher raised his hand out there.
Victim is concerned.
Anupam Kher.
Arnab, I'm appalled at an explanation of certain member of panel of this discussion. I'm appalled with their thinking and appalled at their insensitivity. They are talking about, what about the human rights from the girl's point of view? What right does she have? Number one. Number two, Stone Age is the act of rape, a gang rape is an act of Stone Age time. It reminds of that time. Number three, we are having this discussion. Has there any? I was shocked to see the press conference of the police commissioner and home secretary. I don't think there were body languages at all. I expected them to get angry and say, yes, I think we are with you, we are with everything. They are defending. So from the authority, who is talking about it? Nobody.
Well, they will.
This will go another debate.
Well, authorities
tomorrow,
respond.
Will happen.
Authorities respond to public pressure.
All the authority, people who have authority are quiet about it. Are saying that okay, after 3-4 days, these people will get tired, then we'll wait for another rape to take place. There has to be, I think, this whole idea of chemical castration should be applied in this case, and in every rape case, it has to be there. You cannot talk unemotionally about it.
Yes.
You cannot talk about human rights. I completely reject them.
Yes.
As an individual, as a citizen of this country,
Ms. Ramalingam, hear that tonight.
Sudha is saying that this is what we need to talk about. I am sorry, I don't acknowledge this Human Rights Commission at all.
Sudha Ramalingam, in the case of rape, you will have to redefine your approach towards human rights. Simple as that.
I'm really sorry.
There will have to be greater sensitivity to the victim.
Let me tell you, I was the forefront, rather, I was the one who was also responsible for writing the FIR, the first information report in Premananda's case. He was the famous godman who got punished through 2 life sentences to undergo consecutively, and also that there would be no remission. He died in prison, and all the girls were given compensation, also adequate compensation, so much so that these girls who suffered rape...
One minute.
How can you compensate? What compensation are you talking about?
How can you compensate
people with what? 10,000 rupees? 15,000 rupees?
Taken away from her.
What's wrong with you, ma'am?
How can you compensate this?
Please,
what compensation?
What is she talking?
You're humiliating them again and again by saying that we are talking about compensation.
What are we talking about?
Humiliating the girl first, making her go through a rape. Then I don't also agree that they should. Arnab, I need to speak to you about it.
What else can you do? Life sentences were given. But what else do you do? Life sentence plus compensation. I think we need it.
Death penalty and castration.
You should not compensate them. You will have to rehabilitate these girls. Not everyone is from a economically upper class.
How will you rehabilitate a girl? Let us ask her one question. Arnab, let us ask Mrs. Sudha Ramalingam. How will you compensate a girl who's on the verge of her death and a family whose child has been torn apart by a heinous crime like this?
Let us not forget Sudha Ramalingam.
What will you say to a mother? What will you say to a mother whose daughter has been snatched away by these
Sudha Ramalingam, 1 minute. I just want to say one thing. Keep in mind, Ms. Ramalingam, the victim suffers all her life. The victim suffers all her life. So let's not be so sensitive and touchy about castration for the accused. Castration for the accused is not enough to compensate the suffering that the victim will suffer all her life. I want to come Shweta Parulekar at this point. Shweta Parulekar wants to say something.
Let us also ensure that such men are not going to be repeat itself. Let's also bring up our
please, don't give it.
Morality inculcated into them.
Why should the accused not suffer? The accused must suffer because the victim will suffer all her life. Make the accused suffer. 1 minute, Shweta, quickly, I have 2 minutes left.
I would like to ask just a simple question. Have you visited the victim? Because she is so badly assaulted and so she's in such a bad condition. Had you visited her and had you known what she's gone through, you would never have, said what you've said for the...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. I also want to, because
sorry.
Dharmesh Javeri, my last question to you tonight on this panel is this.
Excuse me, excuse me, let me just finish this. Excuse me, let me just finish this. I really feel sorry for the victim, not only this victim, but all the faceless and voiceless victims throughout India or throughout the world.
Miss Ramalingam, victims don't need anyone to feel sorry for them. Victims need justice.
We'll have to.
Even today, right now, I'm going to repeat that point. The victim suffers all her life. Let's not be squeamish about making the accused suffer. Make the accused really suffer.
The accused should suffer.
Let them suffer.
But
let them suffer more than the victim suffers.
Not just Arnab.
1 minute. Here's a last word to Mr. Javeri. My last word to Mr. Javeri. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Only to Mr. Javeri right now. Only Mr. Javeri. At the end of it, as a citizen, the media puts through a campaign. Where does this need to go? Quick word from.
It needs to go right through the public mind, public mindset and the heart. It has to achieve the goal.
Yes.
Just meeting, doing campaigns, coming to your studio, coming to any studio, we talk. The weekend is passed,
so
Friday, Saturday, Sunday is gone, Monday we are back to work.
So push it again.
To what? Push, no, bring results.
Yeah.
Why not? Involve citizens with police, make police work light.
Push a campaign to bring about the law that is not working.
Make the citizens a part of substitute police force, without power, without a badge, without an arm, but there should be the system, Let me
tell you, for all that the citizens are being told that society is bad, I can tell you on the streets of Mumbai, Delhi and any city, there are so many people who will be willing to come out and be part of a citizen police force. Only if the government is willing to
let the police sit in their home, in the police stations and the courts.
Yes.
We will do the maneuvering. We will bring the cases.
I'm taking a short break. This is a very important subject. We'll take it forward here on Times Now. This campaign will continue.